Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. I'm Brian Moritz. Today I get the honor to walk you around a very nice used unit. This is a 2019 Newmar Mountain Aire 4579. So we'll point some stuff out there just so you can see what's used on it, but this is a prime example of a good clean used unit. So just while Jody's over there panned out a little bit, notice the Gerard Nova awning package. So we have full length awnings, goes from the cutoff to the front cap to the cutoff of the rear cap. Now with the Nova awning package, you do get this handy dandy little remote. So we can control each awning individually or together. I may have just stepped out of the range of it. We'll get them in here in a second. So while we're kind of still back there ways, please notice this is the Windsor exterior graphics. So full body paint, no stickers, no decals. They're gonna pack and crack and peel over time. Just paint all the way around. Up in the front here, we have one of the fuel fills for our 150-gallon diesel fuel tank. So 150-gallon diesel fuel tank, that's going to be your passenger side fill. On the other side, we also have another fill for that same tank. So dual side fuel fills, they do have the big nozzles so that you can use the big truck stop pumps rather than having to stop at little stops. Up in the sidewall here, we do have the option for the Sony 43-inch HD smart TV, as well as the Bose soundbar. We'll walk around the outside first, and then we'll head inside. So in this compartment, we've got the Dometic refrigerator freezer combo on a tray. So a little pop top lid here. We can set the temperature over on this left side or on the right side, just to keep that extra stuff cold, popsicles, beer, whatever you're carrying with you, you can keep it cold on the exterior. Right behind that compartment, we've got the first of our two pass-through trays. So on the Newmar Mountain Aire in 2019, we had the option to make these trays power. So we did that. Now each of these trays has a 1,000-pound capacity. There, my awnings are going in. So the reason those awnings didn't go in is I did not have 110-volt power on the coach, so I just retracted the front awning. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do the second one, which is the rear awning. So these awnings, the Gerard awnings, do require 110-volt power. So what I did was I jumped in there, turned the generator on. I also could have turned on the inverter to get power to them. When I put them out, I had the generator on and then I shut it down. So that was my mistake. But they'll retract. Notice they're integrated up into the roof there. So it gives this coach a very nice, clean, sleek look all the way around, not having the awnings hanging off the side. I'm going to retract this tray. While we're talking about awnings and trays and jumping around a little bit here, this coach also has window awnings over your major windows. So this would be your living room window. Now that's just to keep the sun from beating down into the coach. And another thing to point out with those windows is they are dual pane tinted windows. Better insulation for both heat, cold, and noise. So it would keep it nice and quiet when you're sitting in the campground when you're sitting in the coach at a campground, and it will also keep it cooler during the summer and warmer during the winter. Behind that first slide out tray, we've got another slide out tray. So the benefit of having electric trays is if you load them up and you pull them and you're not sitting level, they really get to sliding fast. With an electric tray, they have a built-in brake, so they'll stop wherever you want them to. The other benefit here is it cannot push through the other side. So from this side, if I'm holding the button to retract it, it will stop right there every time. There's a couple micro switches and brakes in there to help that happen. Up underneath this compartment, I just want to show how big and tall this is for your pass-through bay. So just a good view of that. Now back behind that compartment, we've got another half bay here. So this goes about 50% through the coach. On the other side, you'll see where your water heaters and stuff. That's why you can't go full pass through. Now, here at Transwest, we can install a tray here, a manual pull-out tray if you wanted it. Personally, I'd probably leave it, put my golf clubs, things like that in here, so I don't have to pull it out. It's just real easy to access. Now, also in this compartment, we've got our 2 awning controllers. So if I wanted to go ahead and put an awning out again, I could do it from right here. And then 2 110-volt outlets just for you to use. And then your central vacuum system is also up in this compartment. So that's where we're going to change our filters, master on and off switch for it, all that right there. Back behind that, we've got a little pegboard storage here. So a couple extra quarts of oil, maybe an extra oil filter, fuel filter, anything emergency supply is where this is the compartment I would put it in. It's easy to access. You don't have to go crawling deep into the motorhome. You've got a pegboard here so you can hang some wrenches, ratchets, tools, hammers. And then right behind this is going to be that 105-gallon fresh water tank. We'll get to that in a little bit, but that's where that water tank sits. So with a 45-foot Newmar Mountain Aire, you do get a triple axle. So steer axle, drive axle, tag axle. All that tag axle is going to do is redistribute all the weight that's back here up to the front of the coach, just give you better weight distribution across the wheelbase. Right behind the tag axle, we've got our 15-gallon diesel exhaust fluid tank. So that's just EPA emission stuff. Fill it up, keep it full, and you'll never have to worry about it. And then right behind that, this is just our electronics or electrical compartment for the chassis. So we've got 2 Alliance 12-volt chassis batteries. All those are going to be used for is to start the engine. And then right here, we've got a battery disconnect for those batteries. So if you're putting this in storage for an extended period of time, you can go ahead and kill that disconnect to keep them from draining over time. Coming towards the back, full fiberglass rear cap, easy latch to pop the hood open. Now, this coach is powered by a Cummins ISX. It will produce 500 horsepower, 1,695 foot-pounds of torque. But what I like to point out back here is your engine oil fill, your dipstick, your transmission dipstick, all very easily accessible. So if you ever had an issue or just want to check your oil prior to leaving, you don't have to jump through hoops to do it. Just open this up and it's right there. Down below, we've got a 2-inch receiver with a 15,000-pound towing capacity. 7-pin connector for trailer brakes and trailer lights. And then over here, we've got a Voyager connection. So if you had a trailer that had a backup camera, we could actually display the camera of your trailer on the dash using that connection right there. Newmar Mountain Aire, built on a Freightliner chassis, does come with a side-mounted radiator. So a little bit better airflow to your engine components. Your transmission cooler, turbo cooler sit directly behind that radiator, just to keep everything nice and cool while you're driving down the road. Here in the sidewall, we do have an emergency egress door on this coach. That's in the rear bathroom. So if you ever needed to get out in a hurry, you could come out this door. The other benefit is, let's say you're in your neighborhood, you don't want to open slides up, and you want to load stuff in the bathroom or the closet. We can actually open this door and you can have one person inside, one person outside handing stuff in there to help you load stuff. Up here we've got just a bit of hose storage built in, which is going to bring us to our water bay. So 2019 Mountain Aire, we've got a hot and cold exterior shower, a water hose inlet reel. So this is your freshwater supply hose. You pull it out when you're ready to get on the road, push the button, winds itself back in. Low point drains for winterizing. Now, something I really love about Newmar Mountain Aires is they do have a panel in the water bay. It gives us our fresh gray and black percentage right here so you can see it. And while we're just talking about water, we have 105 gallons of fresh water, 65 gallons of gray water, and 45 gallons of black water. Black tank rinse valve RV Sanacon. So what that is a macerator pump. So instead of having your standard gravity dump drains that we're used to in most RVs, this actually has a pump that will pump everything out of your gray and black tank. The cool thing about this is if you're not sitting on a level surface, which some dump pads aren't for some reason, this pump will actually make sure that your tanks get cleaned out completely. And then this is going to be your water supply valve. So we've got auto tank fill, auto city supply if we're in a campground, or tank if we're just out boondocking. And then right there, whole house water filter. Quick and easy. In front of that compartment, we have a 50 amp power cord with a 50-foot cord, also on a reel. On the back of this, we do have a little indicator light, so when you plug this into the pedestal at the park, it will tell us if we have power or not. And when we're done, push a button, winds itself back in. Right here, we've got our Oasis hydronic heating system. So this is going to provide us both our heat and hot water. It's powered by either two 900-watt elements or diesel fuel, just depending on what you have available. If you're in a park, you can use electricity. If you're out boondocking, you use diesel, so you don't have to run the generator. And then the other side to our pass-through bays, again, power on this side, push the button, and she comes all the way out. So one thing I really like to point out on Mountain Airs is this door. The door's on your driver's side, so you got to kind of watch it closely. But as I close this door, it's going to push up just a little bit to clear this slide out. So we could leave this door open. The slide's not going to impact it while it's coming out. And then just to close it, right in that last 8 inches of closing, it lifts up just to give you some clearance. Another slide, or the other pass-through tray, power button on the door as well. And then last but not least, we have the 8 6-volt AGM house batteries on a tray. There's two mechanical pins that just drop in there, pull them out real quick, lift up on that handle, and we can slide those batteries to us. Makes maintenance very easy if we never needed to change them. This is the other side, or the other fuel fill for that 150 gallons of diesel fuel. And then up in the front here, we do have an electrical compartment. Now, on the Mountain Air, your generator tray is on an HWH slide out. So push a button and it'll expose that big 12,500 watt generator. This is also where we're gonna access our washer fluid, our windshield wiper fluid. Now, again, this is a used coach. That generator has 683 hours on it. Here at Transwest, prior to a used coach ever leaving here, we will service the generator and knock out any services that is needed on the coach. So we are a full Freightliner warranty center, as well as Cummins, Allison. So we will service everything that needs to be serviced before this coach ever leaves here. So that's pretty much gonna wrap up the exterior of the coach. We'll head in, actually, never mind. So one thing I wanna point out on Newmar Mountain Airs, so we've got 365s on the tires, so big tires, air ride, which lifts it up as well, and then just a two-step. So we were talking about this morning, and a lot of people didn't know you could do this, so I'm demonstrating it. So if we look at the step height right now, it's just about to my knee. So for me, it's not a big deal, but someone who's maybe needs a little help getting up high steps, I'm gonna go ahead and drop it down. And I'll show you how to do this once we get into the coach. So what I just did there was release the air in the airbags. So now this coach is just sitting down on its frame rails, which is what it's designed to do when it air levels. So we dropped it down from my knee to the middle of my shin. I would say a good 4 inches there. So those of you who have a little bit harder time getting up and down stairs, we do have a fix for that, just to make your life a little bit easier. So now we'll head inside and we'll go through the inside of this Newmar Mountain Air. So just for funsies, we're gonna do it different than I usually do. We'll talk about the cab first. So just because it's fresh, I'll talk about this. Over on my left side here in the very, very back, this is our air leveling panel. So we have 3 different modes that we can select here: travel, auto, manual. So to dump that airbag, what I did was I hit manual and then air dump. And it dropped all the air out of this coach. Now it's time to go. We're done loading up and it's time to hit the road. If I hit travel mode, you probably can't hear it, but you just heard a solenoid, or I just heard a solenoid click, and now this coach is going to lift itself back up, be on airbags to give you that nice comfortable ride. HWH Computerized Leveling, that's going to be your 4-point hydraulic leveling. Touchpad for your Allison transmission, that is going to be a 6-speed automatic transmission. Tag dump switch, engine brake on and off, and most importantly, engine brake high, medium, and low. Personally, when I drive these coaches, I ride them in high all the time. It's not going to hurt anything. It gives you the most braking assistance and keeps wear off of your actual brakes. Over here, headlights, dash bright and dim switch, fog lights, dome lights up top, parking brake release, power window on the driver's side. Got a switch for that. Adjustable pedals, air horn, and then your battery boost switch, so that if you're ever in a jam and for some reason your chassis batteries had died, we could pull power off of the house batteries to charge those batteries. Up on the left side, we have an integrated wireless charger, so we can just toss our cell phone up there while we're driving down the road and it'll charge. In the center, we've got the LCD dash, so here we can look at everything on this coach. A used motorhome 2019, this one has 10,535 miles on it. So right here I'm looking at my cruise control options. This coach does have adaptive cruise control, so it'll slow down and speed up with traffic if we decide to. If we ever wanted to just drive it ourselves without cruise control, we could just use standard cruise control as well. Vehicle configuration, auto headlights, key fob pairing, all that controlled just at the touch of the button on the steering wheel. Gauge view, this is gonna, well, right now we got showing barometric pressure, which I kind of like. If you're climbing up and down hills, it's kind of fun to look at that. Engine temperature and DEF level. Let's take the DEF level. Okay, so with the touch of a button, I just changed from DEF level right here to our turbo boost PSI. So we have turbo boost, transmission temperature, the gear that we're in, engine load in a percentage, so it'll tell you how hard you're working your engine, distance to empty on the fuel tank, how many RPMs, oil pressure, engine hour meter, and we're back to the DEF level. Over in the center here, we've got the dual screen setup. So we're gonna go here. So this coach is equipped with the Excite 360-degree camera. So we're looking at the rear view camera right now. That's the default. That's what you're gonna see while you're driving down the road. But we can also click there, and now we're looking at our beautiful video production trailer. If I look, oh, you're just gonna see a door. We'll go to the left side. This is good. The left side blinker camera, and then we have a left side full view camera, so you can look straight down at the ground next to you. Also in this, we have Rand McNally navigation. This is an AM, FM, and Bluetooth capable radio, as well as Sirius XM. Switches here. We just have overhead head fans back behind these cabinets, and then docking lights, courtesy lights, generator start and stop, so you can do that from the cab, and then visors and shades. So we'll go ahead and drop this shade down. Now this is our full night shade. Back behind that, we also have a day shade. It's gonna come down, you'll just see the bottom of it here. So that's just your day shade. I've got it running, so it won't let me drop them all the way down. There we go. So all of this is just right here at the driver's fingertips. All right. So just while I still have this coach closed up, I do want to point out, this is a bath and a half model. So we have a triple slide, full wall slide on this side, half slide, and then a bed slide. With this thing fully closed up, I can still fully access the refrigerator here in the center, as well as the half bath, without too much issue. So, and we'll open it up and we'll go through all that as well. Another thing that's pretty cool about Newmar products, right here we've got light switches right as we come in the door. If I just hit these two top buttons, boom, we've got all our ceiling lights. I'm gonna walk back here again just so everyone can see it in the light. But refrigerator, and then half bath right here. There is a center pivot door on the half bath to make it a little bit easier to get into. But we'll go ahead and get this coach opened up. So honestly, while we're doing slides, let's talk about this panel here. So right here above the driver's head is our main control panel for our coach. So right here we've got our awning controls, Wi-Fi Ranger controls, the power switch for our Winegard SKM 300, which is a Winegard Traveler, which is a stationary satellite up on the roof of the coach. Light controls here, as well as privacy drapes. So we've got privacy drapes on all the windows in the cab. We'll drop them all down because I want to play with some stuff here. And then right here we've got controls for those awnings on the outside just over the windows, and then the entry door awning as well. We've got our 2 slide out switches right here. You hear the one going right now because I'm holding out, and then more lights and Wi-Fi stuff over there. This is our actual coach control panel. So from here we can see everything about the coach. So right now it's telling me, if I go to AC power, it'll tell me what I'm running off of, what my charger draw is. Go to DC power, I have 14.2 volts in my batteries. That's just because I'm running the generator. We can start and stop it from here. We can also set our automatic gen system to turn on if our batteries were to get too low while we're away from the coach or sleeping. Water levels, water pump on. Climate controls, so you're in zones, you have living room, kitchen, bath, bedroom, or you can control them all individually. While we're talking about climate, this coach does have 3 15,000 BTU roof mounted air conditionings. Heated floor, so that's in zones as well, so front, middle, rear. We can turn that up. There's levels up to 10, from 1 to 10, and then just the standard setup stuff for this screen. Let's go ahead and go back here and we'll get this last slide open. So the only slide out switch that is in the middle of this coach is the one for the bed. Newmar does that, so you have to be back here looking at this slide in order to open it. It prevents damage, you know, if you accidentally left a broom laying on the ground and it somehow got wedged. And it's just a little bit safer operation of this slide out. Just about there. So we're going to start in the very back today. This is probably the biggest feature of a Newmar Mountain Air 4579, and that's going to be a walk-in closet. So we've got a little step coming up into the bathroom, and then all the way back you got some bathroom floor that's all flush, and then we have a full walk-in closet with a divider door. So we can actually close this off from everything. We've got hanging storage over on this left side, hanging storage up above here, cedar lined closet, little storage safe back here, you know, keep some valuables, shoe shelving in the very back, and then over on the passenger side, huge storage back here. I would probably use it for pillows, blankets, that kind of thing, extra clothing, and then the stacked Whirlpool washer and dryer. What's really, really cool about this, and it's the only model that I'm aware of that is like this, is there is no obstruction here. I can easily do a load of laundry without having to fight, you know, a wall or a toilet, the different ways that the manufacturers put them in. And then in front of that washer and dryer, a little bit more storage. And all of these shelves are adjustable up and down, so we can set them at whatever height you need. Coming into the bathroom of this Newmar Mountain Air 4579, big walk-in closet, or walk-in shower. We do have a little stool here, but you've got the rain shower head that we can set, and then you've also got the sprayer wand. This does have the aquamizer system, so it'll let you know when you have hot water available. That way you're not wasting water, we're letting cold water drain out. And then the little stool in here, make things easy while you're trying to shower. Door has really good magnets on it to keep it closed, and then just another safety latch right there to make sure it doesn't fly open and break while you're driving. Right here we've got the Dometic electric flush toilet, and right behind that is going to be that emergency egress door that I pointed out on the outside of the coach. Well, maybe. Anyways, emergency egress door on the outside of the coach. It feels like we need to get that lock looked at, which is something we will do. We have not done any inspections yet on this coach. Here we've got just a solid surface countertop, undermount sink, residential style faucet, nice big medicine cabinet up above, 2 110 volt outlets, good sized mirror down below, nice big cabinet. I'd probably put a trash can in there if it was me, just for your rear bath trash. 3 drawers in that cabinet as well, which is going to bring us into the bedroom area. So first things first, we've got another screen right here. This is going to be the same one that's in that front cabinet. It'll tell us everything we need to know about the coach, or let us change any settings we need to from the bedroom. Right next to that, we've got nice big cabinets across this slide out. Up in the front, we've got our AV compartment, where if we were going to use the satellite system installed on this coach, we'd put our receivers right in there. 6 really big drawers here, dovetail construction, all quiet closed drawers. And then all of our manuals from Newmar. So that's really nice that the previous owner of this coach actually kept all those manuals for you for the next owner. Up above the bed here, we've got a 72 by 80 king bed. This is going to be a radius corner sleep number bed. Really, really big storage here. And then it extends to either side of the bed. So, and then up underneath this cabinet, really important, we have just general coach control. So we can turn on all the lights, we can turn off all the lights, start the generator, stop the generator, but also from here we can control all of the shades in the bedroom. So I have the touch of a button, I just lifted up all these night shades. So if you're laying in bed, maybe it's still light out and you're watching what's going on outside, and then you're ready for bed, push the button, they'll come down. You can also control them right here. So push the button again, they all come back down. That's going to control the 2 windows over the bed, the 2 windows over the dresser. Which brings us to the middle of the coach. So here we've got just a half bathroom, another Dometic electric flush toilet. Nice big drawer for toiletries for guests maybe. And then 1 cabinet down below. And 1 more right below the sink. Another solid surface countertop with an undermount sink. Another medicine cabinet with 2 more 110 volt outlets. And then, very important, in this bathroom, we've got the connection for our central vacuum system. So this is where we're going to connect the hose, or we can sweep dirt to there, kick it on, and it'll just suck the dirt right into that vacuum down below. Flipping around, right across from the half bath, here's our kitchen pantry. So really nice drawers. They lock once they get in there, so they don't have to, or they don't shake or rattle or bang around while you're driving down the road. Again, all these shelves are adjustable up and down as needed. 19.7 cubic foot Whirlpool residential refrigerator. And down below we do have the freezer drawer with the ice maker and ice tray, which is going to bring us into the actual kitchen itself. So I'm going to actually demonstrate how to use this, but this is the Euro booth dinette. So just as it sits right now, this is a ton of room for just 2 people to sit and eat here. You can also lay back a little bit and relax because it does have a cushion on the back. Now, what's cool about the Euro booth dinette is it does have an extension. There's 2 leafs that come with these motorhomes with the Euro booth dinette. So the first one comes in, slides right up against the wall there. Pull that out all the way. The second one's going to sit between the table and the wall. So this is pretty hard to mess up because there's actually guide tabs right here. So what you're going to do, just slide it in there, line up your guide tabs, and then just push a little bit, and they'll go together. And then same thing here, just push it together, and now we've got an extended table. Well, now we need seating for an extended table. So when you order the Euro Booth dinette, you get two folding chairs that match the decor of this motorhome. From just looking at these, it does not look like the previous owner ever actually pulled them out or used them. They're in really good shape, no dings or dents on them. So that's nice to see. Another thing that's just easy to see when you walk in this coach is it was definitely never lived in. Lived-in coaches definitely have a distinctive features that are really easy to tell right off the bat. But it's nice to see a coach that was not lived in. Not that there's anything wrong with living in them, but maybe for you weekenders, you don't want a coach that was lived in. Coming into the actual kitchen here, solid surface countertop all the way across. We've got the solid surface covers for both the sink and true induction cooktop. 2-bowl undermount sink, very residential style sprayer. Cabinets up top, adjustable shelves again, so we can move them up, we can move them down wherever you want them to be. Huge cabinet here. So we've got the shelf up top. I personally would probably push this one up, put my pots in there, and then pull out tray just for all the miscellaneous stuff. 30-inch convection microwave. So microwave or convection oven. Little spice jar or spice rack up top. And then another big cabinet with an adjustable shelf. Down below these covers here, we've got cutting boards built in to your countertop covers on both sides. And one of my favorite things about Newmar, with the true induction cooktop, it is removable. So if I wanted to take this outside to cook, I could pull it out, unplug the cord right there, take it outside, plug it in, and I'm cooking on the outside. Down below that, big silverware drawer, and the dishwasher on a drawer was an option for 2019. This coach does happen to have it. 3 more drawers coming down this side of the kitchen, and there's a surprise as well. This is actually a countertop extension. So at the push of the button, I can pull that out, get a little more prep space while I'm cooking. Whatever I need, it's there for me. So coming into the living room area of this coach, one thing I want to point out, because I've never seen one of us do it in the video, is the hide-a-bed with an Aire mattress. So to make this couch into a bed, what we're going to do is pull these 2 cushions off. All right, so you're going to lift up on the front. On the back there's also a release cord, so just pull them simultaneously and it comes on out, and then just flip down that rear support. So now we can see the Aire mattress that is built into this coach. It's nice and secured, so you don't have to find a place to store it. Newmar did that for you. So what's cool about this Aire mattress is its pump is built in, so it's right here, and then also your cord is built in. So Newmar, being the great manufacturer that they are, gave you 2 choices for outlets. There's one on either side of this couch. Plug it in, and then just let it sit for a little bit. Now while that's inflating, we'll talk about this couch. This is a 74-inch kind of chase lounge. So this is a power couch. Push this button right here, and our little footrest is going to come out. Now, unfortunately, this couch does not have a sleeper in it. There is a little bit of storage as well as 3 seat belts. So I pushed that button, the footrest came out and popped up so it's level. So now I can kind of sit back here and relax. It's really, really comfortable. All right, so my air mattress is just about done inflating here. So this was a rookie mistake, but all I had to do was push it back up this way a little bit so that it's all the way on the bed. But having the pump built into this is an incredibly nice feature. Makes life very easy. You don't have to find a place to store a pump. You don't have to find a place to store a mattress. Newmar did all that for us. Once it's done inflating, there's a switch on the back, or you can just unplug it, and now you have a nice sleeping area for your guests. Now, everyone always tells me what a pain air mattresses are because you have to figure out how to deflate them. So Newmar took this one step farther, or Intex I should say, with this air mattress, because I just turned the pump back on and reversed the valve on the pump, and now it's actually deflating the mattress for me. So I don't have to roll it up and try and squeeze air out of it. I can roll it up, you know, one time here, once it gets there. I can roll it up one time and then let it do its thing, roll it up again, let it do its thing. There's no work that I have to do to make this air mattress deflate. While that's deflating, 50-inch HD TV popping up right behind this this sofa, and this TV will be connected to the satellite system. And then you also have the sound bar up top here, so that will be connected to this TV as well. So just fold it and let it do its thing. The other cool thing about these 2019 Newmar Mountain Air is we do have power shades all the way around. So at the touch of a button, all my kitchen and living room nightshades are coming down. Let that deflate for just a minute more, and then I'll show you how to put it all back away. So you can actually watch this and see that pump sucking air out of it. So makes life very nice. Then on the back of the couch, you just have 2 snaps. Well, there's actually 4 snaps, but I would just use 2. Snap it back on there, tuck it down a little bit, and push it away, and it's gone. Once you're ready, lift up on here, fold this couch. You see those legs fold automatically as I push it in, and then put your 2 cushions back on. And I think that's pretty much going to wrap up my walkthrough of this beautiful 2019 Newmar Mountain Air. If you have any questions about this unit or any other unit that I may have coming in, I know I've got 102 Newmars on order, plenty coming in on trade. If you have any questions about Newmars or this particular Mountain Air, feel free to give me a call at 303-482-6375. Again, I'm Brian Moritz with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Thank you so much for watching.